goldfish. He's going to.
Geometry, everybody! Today on Elmo's World of Geometry, we are going to be learning about SOHCAHTOA. But before we can do this, we need to understand the parts of a right triangle. So to help us with this, please welcome Miss Right Triangle.
Okay, everybody, if we were using SOHCAHTOA, and if we were trying to find this angle of a triangle, this side would be the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is the side directly opposite the 90-degree angle. The side that is opposite is the opposite side of the angle. And the side that is adjacent to the angle is the side right next to it.
What's that, kids?
What is the other angles at?
Well, to answer your question, if we were looking for the sine, cosine, or tangent of this angle, then the side opposite would be the opposite side, and the side next to it would be the adjacent side, but the hypotenuse would stay the same because it's still opposite the 90-degree angle.
It is important to realize that the sine, cosine, and tangent are all relative to the angle that you're using. So if the angle changes, then so does the angle's opposite and adjacent sides.
So what is SOHCAHTOA, guys? Well, it's a way to find the three basic trigonomic ratios, sine, cosine, and tangent. Here's an easy way to remember it. So is sine equals opposite over hypotenuse. Ca is cosine equals adjacent over hypotenuse. And TOA is tangent equals opposite over adjacent. Okay, guys, now we're going to do an example with Mr. Noodle. Mr. Noodle!
Okay, Mr. Noodle, let's find the sine of this angle right here, x. So, first for sine, it's opposite over hypotenuse. Can you show us the opposite side? No, Mr. Noodle, the opposite side. There, Mr. Noodle. So 3 goes on the top. Now can you find the hypotenuse? There you go, Mr. Noodle. That goes on the bottom. So the sine of angle x is 3 over 5. And 3 over 5 equals 0.6.
Okay, guys, we're going to work on another example. For this example, we're using this right triangle, and we have to find the sine, cosine, and tangent of angle x. So first, let's start with the sine. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse, so it would be 12 over 13, which equals 0.92. Next, we have to find the cosine, which is adjacent over hypotenuse, so it would be 5 over 13, which equals 0.38. Last, we have to find the tangent, which is opposite over adjacent, which would be 12 over 5, which equals 2.4. So once again, the sine equals 0.92, the cosine equals 0.38, and the tangent equals 2. Okay, guys, now I'm going to ask my goldfish Dorothy if she wants to help us with a problem. Dorothy, would you like to help us with a more difficult problem right now?
I'd love to help you, Elmo. The tangent of 40 equals opposite over adjacent. Then the tangent of 40 equals h over 70. We can use that to find the height of the lighthouse to the nearest meter. So the tangent of 40, we can plug that into a calculator, and we find out that it is about 0.839. And we know that that equals h over 70. So then to find the height, we can cross multiply, and we get h equals roughly 58.7. It will be helpful to use a calculator for that math. Okay, so then rounding up to the nearest meter, h equals approximately 59 meters.
Okay, guys, before we go, I'm going to do a quick little review with you. So what exactly does SOHCAHTOA mean? Let's start off with SO. What does SO stand for?
So is sine equals opposite over hypotenuse.
Great! Who can tell me what CA stands for?
I can. Chi equals cosine equals adjacent over hypotenuse.
Thanks! And lastly, what does TOA stand for?
TOA stands for tangent equals opposite over adjacent.
Great! Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed our show. See you next time on Elmo's World of Geometry.